Lesson 6, Integrated Project Management. In this unit, we look at the value and the benefits of why we need to look at project management as an integrated factor. When we work in a project, we have to understand there are always going to be some internal and external dependencies. That means that the project is not only working from a set of activities, but there are also activities that are happening outside the project. They may be from another project or a partner or even the community that need to be integrated, and they are dependencies that created with the project. It could be that we need to have something completed, like approval of the legislation before the project can begin, or improvement of certain roads before the project can access a community. So there are those dependencies that are important, and they need to be integrated as part of the project. So you don't need to be completely unaware of those dependencies, their schedules, when they're going to happen, so that you can then align your project to those dependencies. Another important element are the quality standards, integrating them into the project, and that means that there are going to be quality standards set up by the organization and quality standards even set up by the local government or institutions that govern certain components of the project. For example, health or education may have specific quality standards. Process improvement is also another element that, from an organizational point of view, it needs to be integrated. So all those improvements that the project might have or the organization finds, they need to be integrated with the project and with the rest of the organization. So the project will find opportunities to improve their work, but those opportunities also need to be reflected and part of the organizational learning. The other element that needs to be integrated is the stakeholder participation. It's not only that happens during the project monitoring or implementation, but from the moment the project is designed in terms of the consultations that are made with the different stakeholders, even at the moment of planning, and even at the moment where the project is being closed and there is an evaluation. So all that participation needs to be integrated within the project effort. So it's being seen as a whole process that is not independent activities. The final element of integration is resource coordination. There are going to be many actors working and supporting the project, not only the project team, but there's going to be consultants, there are going to be vendors, it's going to be the supporting team from the organization like finance or human resources, and even including the beneficiaries who are also participating. So coordinating all those resources, it has to be an integrated effort that provides the kind of alignment to the project objectives and makes it much easier to be managed. The responsibilities for integration, they always fall on the project manager. He is responsible to making sure that all these activities, all those elements, they all share a common purpose. That there are no activities that are being made that are not contributing to the project. If anything new is added to the project, if it is something that is happening, the first question needs to be made, how is that activity contributing to the goal of the project? Observing quality standards is part of the responsibilities, and making sure that all the plans that are developed are also with a unifying purpose, that when you are developing your monitoring and evaluation plan or developing your schedule management plan or the budget management plan, they might be different people managing or developing those plans, but they all need to be unified so they are coordinated in the way they're going to be implemented. And every activity or every component of the project also needs to be following the same methodology and approach. You might have a project that might have a education component and a water and sanitation component. Just because they are different program areas doesn't mean they should be having a different methodology and approach about how they're going to be managed. That's the idea of integrating, so that the way the project is monitoring, the way it's being managed, the way it's being reporting the results, all have to follow the same approach. One of the important elements of integrated project management is the idea that within the organization, there is this view of project management, program management, and portfolio management. All of these components are part of the efforts the organization is doing in order to achieve or reach its vision. All the projects that are then being approved and organized and implemented, they contribute to specific program goals. And in turn, they also contribute to the portfolio management, which is the one that organizes how the resources are organized, the different programmatic sectors that the organization is looking in their projects, and how it's making a success, how it's making a progress to achieve its goals. So all of these elements are also part of an integration, making sure that every element of the work that an organization is doing from every project is aligned to a program objectives, and then it's aligned to portfolio strategy, which in turn is also aligned to the strategy of the organization. The view of project program portfolio integration also takes in consideration the use of the different process skills and tools. Every project, or at the level of the project, we know that there are certain process, skills needed, and tools that are going to be used. They make part of the project management methodology. But the same thing happens at the program level. There is also a level of process, skills, and tools that are needed at level. And the same thing with portfolio. You're going to find the process, the skills, and the tools are also needed and used for the effective management of the project portfolio. Those are the elements that help organize from a perspective of the organization how all the work, all the projects, all the programs, and they are organized in a portfolio. They are all integrated and they are supporting the vision of the organization.